This game will not have the first word on one of my videos.
The sooner we get past Delos, the happier I'll be.
They say it is cursed. Too bad we can't sail south of Delos.
They say the great Archimedes built that statue for Apollo.
Why do we stop at this cursed island? He's gone. Let us leave this wretched place. Quickly, before we are cursed too!
And we are back with more God of War Ascension. Did not say that with the tough, gruff voice this time. I was just waiting for the saving icon there. Now that we got it, we can move on! Is that tough and gruff for you enough for you? Apparently it was for him. Except I'm not into that. I think these are armor-plated goat men or something like that. I don't really understand the goat people in this game. I assume there's gotta be some sort of creature in Greek mythology for this. But, I don't know. They get a little old. I guess they wanted to do something different other than the same enemies over and over again, which I can respect that. I don't really hate them. I just needed something to complain about, because I do. Trouble with this section is I still did not properly see the rage meter. I don't know if I ever fully appreciate the rage meter or really pay much attention to it. Every now and again I'll notice my blade's doing stuff and I'll think, hey, maybe I should try that one attack I liked from the first game. Well, in all the other games. I'm feeling good. I really am. Oh, now this guy's like, oh, you can handle my buddies. You can't handle me. Make way for daddy. And Kratos is like, no, I'm the daddy. And I... Oh, spoilers. That may or may not have been muted. It's only spoilers for people who haven't seen it first. I'm still going on the theory that at least somebody is going to eventually watch this series in chronological order. That may be a very big assumption on my part. Yeah, I need to stop trying to do those. They don't work out so well for me. 30 minutes of failure at that quick time section on that. I believe it was the second snake. It would have been in the second video. Where there's a quick time event where some creature was coming after me and I had to do stuff. If that wasn't enough, well, towards the end of this LP, you'll see a few more quick time event sections that were not so much fun. I do like that regular enemies, for the most part, don't require quick time events to kill in this game. I think God of War 3 had a few that did. I don't remember if the other God of War games did or not. I know 2 had some enemies you had to in order to open a door to something. Then you had, that was the sirens, and then you had to do the same event on them to do something else. But it wasn't really much other than a circle around. Man, fuck you, tentacle thing! The hell are you anyways? Maybe we'll learn that later. And why you gotta be hating? Those people, they didn't do anything to you. Their only problem was they actually agreed to work with Kratos. That never ends well. Seriously, I think Aphrodite and her two companions are the only two to actually survive meeting Kratos in this series. I mean, there are others, I guess, that technically survive, but with the events of the third game, I assume they're dead. Whether we directly killed them or not. Yeah, these are more cool uses for this ability, or this amulet. I really wish there was some explanation for why Kratos doesn't have this stuff in Chains of Olympus, because can you imagine having this ability, or the ability we're gonna get at some point, or these elemental abilities in the other games? It'd be really cool. Yeah, I don't know why he picks up that speed. There is a secondary weapon option in this game. I think we've seen a little bit of it. I don't really use it because it doesn't really serve me much of a purpose. There is one section which will be in the next video, which is going to be a pain in the ass to edit. Which, well, you're required to use it. You're also required to use a throw mechanic for it, so that would be interesting, to say the least. But I've already said the game is completed, so I guess it's not really a question of whether or not I'll get to it or not. We'll get there. It will be really painful for me, that's all. God. I'm really making it out to be way more overdramatic than it needs to be. It's one third of a section that annoyed the piss out of me, and I want to do that video today too. So if I do manage to do that, which I probably won't, then I'll talk about it then. And if not, well, then I'll probably talk about it then. I don't know. I've been at work all day. I don't know what the fuck to talk about in this section. I really wish this rage meter would stay up. Oh, speaking of which, I'm feeling really good today, though. I did something really enjoyable. And after I was done with that, I had some cherry pie. Actual cherry pie, not... Well, we won't get into that. But actual pastry cherry pie. Oh, no, I'm not going to put that stupid Warren song on here. Warren, not Warren. God damn it. Yeah, we need to fuck with this. Uh-oh. Slappy's back. Call this thing Slappy. Damn it, Slappy! Nobody wants you! Fucking Slappy. That's going to be the name of this video, too. That's about cracking me up. I received a tip on these things, which might be a thing. I'm not really sure. It would make sense. Apparently, you do more damage on these things if you use the opposite element. There are ice and fire ones of these. I think we saw the ice ones last video. These obviously being the fire ones. I pretty much stick to the soul element, so I don't take advantage of that, which is a bit unfortunate, I suppose. Well, what are you gonna do? Game's already done. I mean, it would make sense. I thought I heard somebody say that they didn't think that elements really had anything to do with it. But then that person promptly went to, and this LP was recorded a few years ago, proceeded to get their ass kicked by these things. So maybe I was led astray. I'm not ashamed to say I look at guides for this stuff. Yeah, that's really cool. Wish I could have got over there in time to hit the thing while it was on slowdown mode. So maybe if I'd use the ice blades here, we'd be doing alright, but I wanted to go with the ones that I had upgraded, which would be the soul and the fire ones. So at this point, I don't give a piss about the ice blades. At least the electric ones I used a little bit. I really don't ever use them. I talked about that too. I'm feeling good. I hope y'all are feeling good too. I want to have this LP done by the end of the year, but that's going to be cutting it really close unless I spend all day Saturday working on it, which I probably will. Because I have no life. It's dedication to the channel. It's what I got. That's what it is. It's not no life. It's dedication. Yes, that's what we're going with. That's what we're going with. It'll be a lot of effort, but I'm going to try to do it. I kind of wish I didn't take yesterday off from doing a video, but I was super tired and needed it. The only reason I want to get this whole thing done by the end of the year is that way I can end the year on victory, I guess you could say. Not in the, well, I guess I'll be in the middle of an LP anyway, since Dino Crisis is still a thing in its infancy. I guess it really doesn't matter. I'm talking bullshit again. But I don't really know what to say right now except pick up chests. I'm showing every chest that I find. Speaking of chests, when are we going to see some boobs? I mean, come on, it's God of War. There's got to be the mandatory boob scene. I, of course, know the answer to this already, but yeah. Come on, Kratos needs it! He needs it! Except that his wife just died, so it would actually probably not be the best thing in the world for him to be... Well, I don't know, I guess some people got to move on at some point. And you can't live in the past. Alright. More of these things. I feel like I had an actual story I wanted to tell about something, but I don't know. I mean, I could tell a work story about how retarded this one lady is, but I'm not going to do that. Actually, I will tell another one, a different story. This dumb lady in my office. We take phone calls for customers. One of the things we do, amongst different paperwork and stuff we do as well. We're supposed to answer the phone by saying the company name that we work for, and then giving our last name and user identification number. You know, we have a whole script we gotta do. This lady is on what they call the bilingual, so which basically just means English and Spanish because fuck other languages apparently. And this lady is supposedly a native Spanish speaker and cannot say the name. I almost said the name of it on the video, and I don't want to do that. Cannot say the name of the company that we work for in Spanish. And they finally got to the point where they told her to just stop saying it all together. Just go into her name. Oh, it's hilarious and very sad. I mean, I would really like to tell people where I work just to say, hey, if you ever need to call this company, be scared at who you might get. Because, god damn. It's been making my head hurt lately, just hearing the amount of wrong information she's giving people. And I feel really bad for them too. Because this stuff does greatly affect our customers. It's fucking hilarious at the same time, don't get me wrong. Just keep making our way. Hope y'all enjoy the music I added to this. If you get to hear any of it, there was some actual game music in this section. I'm putting my music, well, not my music, the Nier soundtrack music in here anyway, so fuck the game makers. Go all this way without music, and now you want to have music? Fuckers. Oh, shit. I think we're going to have enemies to deal with. First, we got to jump on that. I guess that breaks shit. Oh, okay, that breaks that wall. We need to get into that wall in order to do a sidle-along thing, which took me forever to see. Not really forever, but long enough that I made a cut so that y'all wouldn't have to see it. Because I'm nice like that. Yeah, at least when I'm drunk, I feel like I'm saying interesting things, even if I'm not. Guess what? More baddies! That's always good sounds. So how y'all been? How y'all doing? I hope everything is good in your world. I hope y'all had a Merry Christmas. I don't think I've ever said anything about wishing anybody a belated Merry Christmas. Although I wished anybody who watched the last video of Max Payne a Merry Christmas. So that's something, I guess. Hope you got some New Year's plans. Mine will apparently be working on this LP, which is cool. I don't mind doing that. I'll just be curious to see how many videos I have left to go. I have a shit ton of video files for this game. Probably had about 40 or 50 of them when the game was done. I've deleted a few of them now that I've got some videos out. But I'm really afraid to delete too many of them because I don't want to accidentally delete something that I'm going to need for later in the LP. And I was going to do a death montage. I referenced it because originally that was going to be my intro for this thing. But now I'm too lazy. I hate it when my laziness gets into the way of my creativity. Oh, well, what are you going to do? Kill things. That's what we're going to do. Because we're Kratos, and that's what Kratos does. I'm really getting excited for the baseball season. I know it feels like it just ended. Mainly because I think the World Series actually ended in November, which is ridiculous. That's way too long of a season. But I'm really getting excited. I think my team is going to be good this year. I'm a Houston Astros fan, and, well, they haven't really had the best of luck over the last, 15 years. Right, so, yeah, we need to move this. More baddies? Oh, no, not more baddies. Shit to break. Okay. You're about to see something that I found really cool. So we start to move this. I said as we start to move this, come on, pass me. Yeah. You can just squish them. That's awesome. That makes me smile. Makes me happy in all the right places. And a few of the wrong ones. Wait, are there really any wrong places to be happy? Funeral. Yes, a funeral would be a wrong place to be happy. More than likely. There are exceptions to that, but mostly being happy at a funeral, yeah, that would be a wrong place to be. Okay. Alright. You're not really going to see me be too happy at a funeral. There aren't really any people that I hate enough right now. The boss I have at work right now is alright, which is a nice change. Right now, there's not really anybody I hate enough that I would be happy at their funeral, so that makes me kind of happy, just in that alone. I don't like to live my life with hate in my heart. It's not good. You don't want to do it. I mean, you can. I've done it. But you don't want to. I'm not really sure what the point of this puzzle is, but we gotta do it just so that we can progress. And before we actually do this puzzle proper, there is another one we're gonna do, messing with the same stuff, just to get some extra items. And as soon as this latches in place, we need to... Come on. Do that. You can let go of it any time now. Thank you. Alright. Let's go. Let's do this. I wanted to move that thing to get it as close as I could into where we need to be. This is an optional puzzle. You don't have to do it, but you'll get good stuff if you do it. So I would recommend doing it. I found this first part quite annoying. Which, it is an optional section, so it kind of makes sense it would be. You gotta plug that thing up at the right time so that it makes a path over this way. That took me at least 10 minutes to do. It's quite annoying. But we get another Gorgon's Eye. You can already tell another Phoenix Feather. That maxes that out. Even though we still got one more to get, but that's okay. We'll just ignore that little detail and say, hey, we maxed out our magic. Yes! Good times. And red orbs, which is always nice because I think I'm at this point still working to upgrade the blades. Ah, more red orbs. See? And something to read. See? And you thought this optional puzzle wouldn't be worth it. I know you did. You were just sitting there thinking, why are you going to waste your time on that? There's nothing in there. Maybe what? One red orb chest? You can avoid that. Nope. 2 red orb chests, a Gorgon's Eye, and a Phoenix Feather and reading material. And as we all know, the reading material, that's really what we want. I don't really like playing with this lever very much. The rest of the puzzle's alright, but I just don't really like playing with that lever. Levers have been one of my least favorite things in the God of War games. Not my least favorite, but one of them. Quick time events, easily my least favorite. Easily. That and Betrayal. But then I never did. I should watch an LP of that. I'm not going to play it because I don't have a mobile device to play games on. Well, that might be playable on my phone, but there's no way that's happening. I hear it's really bad. Okay, so we need to break this again. It's kind of fun. Yeah, you can do that. Just play with it. I find it kind of amusing. I saw somebody do a video where they just kind of played with that for a little bit. And I was amused. I guess pulling this lever again is going to lower this thing. Yeah, okay. So we gotta jump on a platform and get over real quick, most likely. I assume we're on a timer for this, since the lever's timed for pretty much everything. Come on, Kratos. You can do it! I believe in you! Hey, look at that, we did it. Too bad there are enemies here. I mean, we went a whole 5 minutes without an enemy. I mean, that's just not right. Might as well get the health because you know I haven't been really using the magic. I'm honestly not sure at what point we're going to end this video, actually. That's going to be awkward for me because the video could just sort of end with me in the middle of a thought. I mean, it wouldn't be nice enough to do it in one of these moments where I just have nothing to say. No, it'll wait until I actually have something to talk about, and then the video will just cut off. Actually, I remember where it ends off. Okay, we're good. We're good. I've been caught off guard before with videos where it just sort of ends, and I'm like, well, crap, I guess. That's a thing. And I don't know if that's the statue of Apollo it's showing yet. That is going to be a thing we're going to have to deal with. I don't know if we're to it yet. I know it showed the big sweeping view of it. Only a slight spoiler. All it does is reference what we're going to have to be messing with for a decent portion of the game. It's not like it's a story spoiler or anything. So, gets to climbing. Ah, another decayed chest. Sweet! Give me that goodness! Ah, red orb goodness. I wonder if those red orbs are made out of the blood of the innocent. I'm assuming that's what they are. That may not be the case, though. But that's what I'm assuming. Hey, look, it's Katana. Let's go say hi. I was going to dub in, apparently one of the Mortal Kombats has Kratos. I don't know if it's an unlockable character or... I'm assuming it's unlockable. I'm assuming he's not an actual main character in the game. Oh, well, there. Yeah, Katana. I don't know if that enemy was put into this game because Kratos ended up in a Mortal Kombat game or if it's just a coincidence. But yeah, Kratos is in a Mortal Kombat game. I don't know which one it is, but I was going to get an audio clip of them saying Kratos wins for this, but I'm too lazy to do it. But I sometimes have creative thoughts. It's just the drive and motivation to actually act on them. You know, just doesn't work for me very well. I'm lazy. What do you want? I got a lot of sitting around doing nothing to do. I mean, really, how can you expect me to just dedicate myself to such an endeavor when that could be relaxing? It's not fair of you to have these expectations of me. Why would you do that? What the fuck am I talking about? Yeah, this is why I took a break yesterday and didn't do anything. Oh well. Kratos wins. There. It's the best I can do. Best I got. On a positive note, I think somewhere around here I start actually fighting the harpies. No, they're not harpies. Whatever the hell these things are. Wannabe harpies. I start fighting them relatively properly. Sometimes you could reach them better if you jump up and then grapple at them. I don't do that here, but for the most part I actually fight these things pretty well. Break it! There we go. I died here several times because I did not see the stupid grapple point. I thought you were supposed to platform. I mentioned this section before. This was the one platforming section that actually annoyed me a little bit. And it's just because I didn't see the stupid grapple point. Actually, even when I found the grapple point, for some reason I still died. And I'm not really sure how the hell that happened. Because I caught the grapple point. And use that same strategy when fighting those things here. You don't really want to get caught fighting these things too much. You want to get rid of them as quickly as you can. I heard about a glitch to this game, at least somebody had mentioned having, where this thing ended up caving out from under him, but the event that's going to happen never actually happened. Thankfully that did not happen to me, because I already had a great game-breaking glitch. I didn't need another one. Just toss them off the edge if you can. Damn it, Slappy! Nobody likes you! Why? Stupid Slappy. I can guarantee you this. Kratos did not lose a slap bet. I don't know why Slappy's got to be all messing with him. I'm just curious. Who are some fictional characters you would not want to lose a slap bet to? Off the top of my head, Kratos is an obvious choice. I'm also thinking the Hulk, but I'm sure there's some other good ones out there. That would make sense, though, if each element affected enemies differently. Because I have noticed enemies with that soul power, we saw that soul Cerberus, and I think these guys have electric powers now. So that would make sense if you actually use the opposite on them to take them down a little easier. I mean, at least you would kind of expect that in a game like this. Although God of War's never been an elemental game. But with abilities like that, you would kind of expect that. Although I don't know what the opposite of souls or electricity would be. It's a little odd. And if they're all elemental abilities, then that would make a lot more sense. Like fire and ice make a lot of sense. Well, I don't know how ice would stop fire, but that's neither here nor there. I guess water puts out fire. I don't know. Look at that. We've taken out the enemies, and that's going to end the video. So thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.